Tengo mucho en mi mente. I give my all to you. You show me love that ¿En serio? Buenas. Hi. I have an announcement. I've been holding. Yeah. Just wanna chat. That's pretty much what I have on mind right now. That's it. Michi. Michi. ¿Qué haces con la bolsita? Ay, todo esto es muy difícil. ¿Por qué este tal? Ay, sí, todo se sabe. No, gatito. Ya todo va a estar bien, mi amor. Sí, mamá. Buenas. Mi cara. Ay. Qué dolor. No te apures. Ahora sí. Ay, no sé si les enseño esto. Me sacaron la juventud en el trabajo. Eso solamente, y por esa razón, ay, ya cuando termine lo veré. Pero bueno, ¿qué más? Ahorita no necesito cartitas ni ver nada, simplemente ver. Y ya está. No sé si notaron que me pago el trabajo. I don't know if you can tell, but like the work that I have literally just make me be off for some reason. Like there were many times that I've been feeling low, but low, and I just sit and being like, maybe if I did that, or if I please that person, or if I please that teacher, maybe I will get it with a group. But I'm like, no, there's no way that I can actually be pleasing another person that is me, because I feel like most of the time we carry that kind of heaviness on ourselves and being like, if I. Gracias. So today I'm going to talk about all the benefits that I had because I didn't choose to please another person that was not me in the first place, or I didn't just sleep with my teacher. I didn't do that, never. Or I didn't allow myself to be letting other people, to take that short on. because most of the time I've been kind of independent in that sense, and I've been, more free in that perspective, let's say. And yeah, so how my parents teach me right, my family teach me right, whatever. I always was like, I even do jokes about it, but it's because I never will be able to do that for the sake of my whatever. But like, since I was a teen, I always knew that there were like kind of classmates that were doing that with my teachers and stuff like more because they were in their 50s, and the teacher that we saw, like people that practice or whatever, were like in their 20s. So like never ever ever a teacher that could be in their 20s would be like with a teen. But that's another conversation. And so most of the time I just find a couple of people, a couple of teachers that were kind of doing that, or people that work. But I was just looking, and that's it, because to any teacher that will ever do that to me, I will be like, and I move on. And that's pretty much it what I do. So then, when I got the first time to be, alone, or to be, feeling like a little bit better, because I had many times where I, was passing, because in high school, I feel like everyone passed. That was a rule that one of my teachers told me, that one of the friends of my mom, because my mom is a teacher, the friends of my mom told me about like being a teacher. And so they always tell me all that they do is just taking advantage of the fact that, they don't know because you can pass, because of that. So yeah. And I just really felt off because of that, a little bit. But like I was like, okay. But like I wish that I didn't sacrifice my sentimental life. Like I knew that fact when I was freshly out of high school. Like I knew that, and I was like, all the investment that I did, all the sacrifice that I did because I wanted to. Like I didn't date, do hookup things. Like when everything that I had, I tried to be the most away from the place that I study, because most of the time I just find that some of my classmates were like sleeping, were like doing things, boyfriends, things that teens does, That's why it's called teen in adolescence, because you miss something. That is why that's that's why is it called like that. And so to me, my recommendation is that just know how your environment kind of work a little bit before you ever will do like a change or something. It's not like do something and that's it, or do something that's it. It's more about just knowing where you are. It's not about being like, whatever. It's not about that. So yeah. Then we moved to college, which was a time that I really don't mind, but like was a time that it got a lot of changes, a lot. And I feel like they were learning a lot from God, from the universe, spiritually, mentally. But I learned that, no, Michi, no agarres. Mi, ¿Quién está ahí? I learned that many people could be different, even though I was like in a Christian place, and then I was like switch it up to another place that was not Christian. I learned. Michi, no, no, gato, no, bájate, bájate. No sé qué andas buscando, gato. No sé qué andas buscando. Momo, no sé qué andas buscando. Gato, ya. Ya has comido. Ya has comido. Agua de repente. Oye, tranquilo. Más bien que vienes. Más bien. Ay, ay, ay. So yeah, definitely in that time I didn't knew the value of a person. Like I knew, but like I know knew until like I get to college. That's where I kind of knew about people and stuff like that. It really hurt my feelings when not hurt, but like kind of feel. I kind of feel uh, like something was like on me when I saw one of the my classmates. Like he was my friend. He go to the gym. He did his things and all that. But sadly, or like happily, because he kind of was going through the same that I go to in terms of like living in an environment that was not healthy at all, and like he was still figuring out and stuff like that. But like it was at the time of change. But at the same time, gracias por encontrar. At the same time, I was dealing with like seeing the kind of divorce because my uncle was divorcing from my auntie and they were like separating from each other, and I was in a relationship at the time with like through long distance. Um, Gato. Ay, mamá. I was like in a long distance relationship with a girl for the first time ever, and so by this time, it kind of lasts, I don't know, shortly, and then like we broke up because of that reason. Because I feel genuinely that if I didn't set the limit, she was about to cheat on or something, and I was kind of icky to let somebody into my life. So eh, and so at some point I just knew that it wasn't like aligned with each other, nothing. So I moved on quickly as well because yeah. Estoy hablando de mi relación, güey. Cómo se terminó rápido. Y cómo pasé por este asunto de college, de universidad, ese asunto. So what I was talking about, yeah, I broke up and like it was sad, but like I feel like I needed because I was the one who broke up. Like I had my clueless, I was clueless. No, desearía estar casada. Créeme que ahorita lo que más quiero yo es tener a alguien conmigo porque les juro que a veces es difícil. Yo soy muy independiente en todo, así que desearía, pero no. Ahorita yo misma tengo que regularme. Así que bueno, no estoy evitando el conflicto riendo, solamente estoy asumiendo. En fin, ¿qué le estaba diciendo? So basically at that time I was the one who was quitting these things. Even though like a situationship, let's say, that I had with a man from since I was 18, and I quit it because I turned 70 or 6. I can't remember. Well, like when I was 18, and I just quit. And he was like, "No, but listen, whatever, whatever. We can make this." But like I was like, "No." Like I knew what you're into. I knew or past. I knew life, and I completely related. Like there is no source to be found at that. And at the time of college, also, I might say you can tell many things. Bueno, I change of language because I can and I do. I do that. But like I'm doing this as it will be therapy for you and me. Me by telling you my life and you by learning from my mistakes. And at this time that I was in college, it was kind of was refreshing. I'm not gonna lie. Only the thing that was not refreshing was the homework. Está bien, puedo hacer en live en español. También tomo comentarios, sugestiones. And so then we moved on to, I feel like was high school or college. No, it was college. And then this time that I get approved and sign up, there were many times that I've been like staying up late at night and doing my studies and coming back and doing my studies and come back. But like, I want to teach someday. That's what I want, to have someone. That is what I want, to have somebody, so that with that foundation, like in a partnership, I can like be, or like teaching about how to be self-sufficient and like how fulfill yourself mentally, physically, sexually, spiritually, in whatever sense, because most of the teachers that I had didn't have in that form, like spiritually and sexually fulfilled, because to be in that point to make me have low grades so they could have a, but how they didn't accomplish, they were only leaving me with a bad qualification, like a 0 or like a 5 or like a 6. um I fell off, first of all, and then I felt like there are men that didn't know how to handle. And yeah, like I reflect a lot. Like I learn a lot. And I might add to this that a lot of things that you might see online are not working. How you call it? Like there are many things that I learned. Not always everybody that tells you I like this will like in the way that they tell you. Like it's different from the way that they portray. And I grew up a lot at the time that I was learning about me and my sexuality as well. Yeah, you can eat, that's fine. And so maybe I, let's say, never have good grades, but I sleep with the fact that I never got like, because you feel there is a certain type of heaviness on you. I don't know, you ever feel that? There is no heaviness on you, that's how I felt. And the thing that I learned is that when your abs at no mark, my cat just falling. But like when you don't have abs, or like when your waist and like your stomach is not flat or is flat, and most of people that had that, either could be somebody that did backed acts or like good acts, is that they didn't like have, like they didn't resolve an emotional issue, that's how they is tied on. And most people that do work out didn't tell you that. They could tell you protein and stuff, they could tell you drinks or like workout routines, but like if you never resolve emotional conflict with yourself, you never will be able to accomplish that kind of physique. And I think it's not good to you to being oppressing your period for girls that work out to have a good physique. You know what I mean? Because one or not, a period is the most sacred, and the best things that we can have. It's a time of refreshment. It's a time of cleaning, and it's a time that we can drain ourselves. And it's also okay to take a step back for doing things that we do in speed mode, or whatever. And that can totally change. Like when I was a teen, I had cramps. I didn't have cramps, but like I have a tiny bit. But now as I grew up, I have more cramps, which is okay. Our body change in many different ways, and we can find being different every day, you know. So most of the time I feel like what we can do is do our best, and like don't be because of the money, or don't be because of the payment, or don't be because of the bills. I say sometimes it's a joke because I know that I cannot be for that. And I'm going to work as well, like financially speaking, but like the thing is that who says that I feel tired? Uh, um, the thing is that I don't know how to quit, but I'm going to quit the job that I'm having because it's a lot to my soul. It's a lot to me. So I might change my mind, I might do, but I'm thinking about it for now. I'm going to answer. How this skin tone really Pantone, a brownish. But like I'm just thinking about it. Like even though I'm going to, I will do that and maybe refresh my mind a little bit before I actually do a change. This wine bottle also is a memory for my family being together, and maybe we can be mad at each other. I mean, they could be mad, but like when we want to open a bottle, the connection that we have in the family change. I said one time as a joke to my grandmother that um, wine is the thing that keep us stick together. But yeah, there are many things, there are many times, there are many factors that I can tell you. But I learned to forgive to the job that I had, to this. Don't romanticize if you like work as a coffee shop a lot because you never know. You never know. I know it's maybe not like a 9 to 5 job, but like the strategy is that they charge you less hours so they can charge you less payment. And so the lies that we portray, it's like, wait, whatever, and all of that. It's because of that. But like I live with the fact that I'm okay. Maybe my teacher was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to ruin your Olympic. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna ruin your course." But like, they never got a chance to be with me in a deeper level. So I just sleep peacefully. You need to answer, where is my wife? Because I don't have. Yeah, I'm still single, open to date. I don't know. I'm just open to be with somebody that is mature enough to hold myself, because sometimes that you see me here being staying right here and being like, oh my gosh, let's talk about this, let's talk about that. There are many times that somebody were needing to be the rock for me. That is the quality that I always look for in a partnership to long term, because I date to marry. And it's just the energy, it's just the vibe, because the job that being the rock of my life now is doing a friend that I know, or like someone that I talk to. But there are many times that I feel like, were no escape, so somebody was the rock of my life. That is a big green flag that I always look for, besides having a good body, besides having a bigger mind, besides having, because no matter how many books you read, I swear to God, no matter how many books you read, when you don't have emotional control, your mind could be blind, so you don't remember why you were thought of, what you read of. You just remember the emotion and you focus on the emotion. So for somebody to be like to handle themselves a lot and to have the emotional control that I'm always looking for, and to maybe lower a little bit more their emotions and like focus into what could not be a good solution for something. That is a good sign to me that no matter what I'm going through, I can build a family with somebody, or I can be with somebody, and I cannot have like a bad time. I cannot be off, you know. And I know I have my red flags. I know I have my low moments, but I need that because I got through them, you know. What do you mean in my front side? Like this? I did also my nails by myself, like each one of them. Each each of them. Maybe I'm thinking of something. I can do a tarot reading therapy, full hair. That is all the hair that I have. All the hair that I have is this. Oh, on the side. Oh, you want to see my neck? Well, I don't have nothing to say. My neck is being good. My neck is being great. Hi, size man, curious. I can you like have a short name? Can I call you S? But like that is a thing, you know? And I'm just tired. I'm about to quit something that is related to work and see what is my life going on, because I genuinely need sometimes a break to breathe more, to have time to whatever. And I might study something related with psychology, because most of the time I feel like there is something going on, or there is nothing going on, but like I forgive. Like I learned my lesson. Now it's time to get off from that. Let's go to the next chapter into. I'm talking about my job, because I came to this job in like anger and been like damn and been like all of that. Because I feel anger, even though for times I feel anger. And it's funny because I used to tell myself I will never be able to feel angry. And like I had a lot of energy, but because of that, a lot of the things that I was going through, my teacher make me be out of the place that I study. And yeah, I even tell that people when I work in that place and they always purchase something. That is kind of a strategy, but like sometimes I feel like there are many things I can do, and there are many things I can have, you know, in the future. But for now, I might just work with like tarot therapy. That it can be, you know, maybe helping, because I read tarot. I have many experiences. I just saw I passed from trauma and stuff like that. Many things. I don't know how even I'm alive at this point. But like maybe I can, you know, to be fair and honest, depends so much in the place that I would be in. If I'm here, like at my house, the house of my parents, I could tell you summer. Because in winter it rains a lot and I don't like that. But like if it's a home from a friend, or I don't know, a friend, no, like a house of my auntie, I will definitely say winter. But in my house, I definitely prefer summer because there is many things that you could have, and I remember the winter AC. I don't know for whatever reason, and it's that I only knew that bears can do that. Did you know the quote that said winter AC where you focus on yourself? It's like only bears can do that. I don't know how humans can do that. Imagine we just close off. And this also make me reflect into the fact that when I was in this cabin of um like in the forest, no one else with you, I always taught this to myself that I need to interact with people. I need to talk with people because if I don't talk to people, I would be like as if I am in, in this kind of cabin only with me and my mom and my brother and no one else. Like human interaction is really important, and if you don't have that, it's like you are just living in a cabin alone. That is only your life, like no social interaction, no things like that. But also knowing where as well. So yeah, but I'm going to move out. So tapped up to the and share. Oh, I recently hit 1K. But like it's a little milestone. I'm like over 3 years. 3 years I've been putting effort. 3 years. And I just need to realize 3 years. Like I've been working in my social strategy. Marketing. I've been working in marketing. I study psychology a little bit. Neuro a little bit more psychology, like marketing, but like psychology, neuro marketing. That's all we call it. And it's been like 3 years, 3 years. Hi, but anyway, hopefully we'll be better soon. I don't know who will be the time that I will be, getting into um. Another I'm tired. I'm not gonna lie. I'm tired. I'm not going to nap because I'm a deep sleeper. Like I'm a deep, deep sleeper. Like yesterday, I tell somebody I'm going to take a nap, and boom, I woke up and I was like 2 hours. 2 hours. A nap only lasts for me 30 minutes or like 1 hour or like 45 minutes max. Maximum. That is my bare maximum. But like today or like yesterday, it lasts 2 hours. Two. And I need to iron even though my underwear because your flower that you have is really delicate. It's really, really delicate. You cannot be like, oh my gosh, I need to put this in the lingerie. Then I'm going to, you need to iron. You need to do that. You need to be delicate. You need to be careful. I don't know if you have a partner or not, or you're single or not, but it's really important to you to take care of that. And because we only have like, imagine if you have like this, like as a woman, and like the bacteria gets on you, and it's easy to you to get something. I said that as a joke for like men that I saw. Like I don't know if like men that have you know, could have are less likely to have an infection. Like, I'm not going to think about it, but I'm kind of suspicious of someone. I don't think that I'm weird. Just telling my experience, my kind of point of view. I'm also tan. I'm not living in summer, but I'm tan. Like I feel like that. I also have a mole right here in the ear or so. hiding more. I have others, but like I'm not going. Okay, okay. I probably need to focus and like continue with my day. Either way, thank you so much for being here. And I might launch that thing that I was telling you about, like tarot reading kind of therapy speaking, because I feel like tarot is therapy. I had clients before that were like, I want to do this and all that, whatever. But like now that I'm in a space where I can be my own boss, whatever I kind of been doing with this, I can suggest you that, and it could be like a Zoom meeting, like Zoom video call. It could be like a video call or voice call. I don't know, whenever you feel comfortable with. But I'm going to work for now to do the signs and stuff like that, and you can watch me while I do you the tarot reading. It's gonna be affordable, so I'm not going to charge you like other tarot readers $100 for just one tarot. What kind of price is that? I know the budget of everybody, and I used to be in low budget a lot. It's kind of it's not good to say, but like I used to be in low budget a lot way before when I was a teen. That was a time that I really started to believe in a higher power being. That I remember me being asking for like 1 cent tarot reading to somebody like the tarot reading really affordable, and then like I remember be seeing like the tarot readings from other people like Gemini, let's say, and I will always be seeing that tarot reading, and whenever type of energy that match with me I will be always looking for, but it was like confusing, but like it helped me a lot. And one day I said enough is enough, and I'm going to start to read by myself, but then I start to read to other people. And I don't know, I feel like when you are doing this kind of tarot readings, you need to be more close to God or close to the universe, because you also don't hold only good energy, you also hold bad energy. That's why some tarot readers, they tell you you need to pay, because in that way the kind of thing is kind of true. Sí hablo español, pero ahorita déjeme hablar en inglés, porque puedo y porque quiero expandir algo bonito de Latinoamérica, gente que no es de Latinoamérica. ¿Por qué nunca hablamos de acá? Chisme sí hay, pero más allá, no. Más allá, no. En fin, tengan buen día y eso es todo. Have a good day, and I will see you later. Maybe I will nap and I will try to don't sleep more than 10 minutes or like 20 minutes, because I'm a deep sleep. That's why I don't like when people wake me up, because they need to beat me with the pillow. Like, wake up. Because there was a time that was, I don't know, my house was moving for some reason, and that was the only time that I woke up. ¿Saben? No. O sea, bueno. La siguiente de repente hablo en español. ¿Qué dicen? La siguiente en español. O sea, mañana. Bueno, se me cuida. Buenas noches. Chaito. Bye bye.